Hey guys, it's Taylor Quan. I'm back with another video. So, as promised, today's video, or tonight I guess because it's nighttime, tonight's video is going to be about, I just want to show you guys my makeup station, honestly. Like, I just finished, organizing it a little bit, you know, getting it together a little bit presentable because usually there's shit everywhere. I want to show you, in my opinion, the best drugstore makeup because, I mean, I do have a couple of products that aren't drugstore, but mostly I want to show you the best things that you can get here at the local Walmart. I have a few things, you know, of course, that I got online because I'm a very good, affordable online shopper. So I guess the first thing that I'll show you guys is my setup.
Yeah, blue jeans, Air Ones, and a white tee. 06 hanging out the window like ye. High feet on one, off a bottle might be my tree. Smoking Agent Orange High C. Back with me and Marty was recording.
I'll just show you guys my setup. So this is my area. I have my beauty light here. My beauty light costed me about, I don't know how much it cost. I want to say it was like $30, but it could be more, it could be less. I don't exactly remember, but so this is every day where I'm doing my makeup. I have here all my brushes, my beauty blender, my brush cleaner. I keep all my foundations right here. Sorry, I have to like turn the camera because I don't know how to flip it the other way once it's this way on an iPhone. So, yeah, and that's the mirror that I use. Right here is, again, like another bundle of brushes with my brush holder. I have all the makeup on the table that I use every day, like my Smashbox full exposure palette. I use it every day, mostly because it's a neutral palette, and you know, you can do anything with a neutral palette. And then I keep this old credit card here so that I can put it at the side of my eyes to make the perfect like cat eye eyeshadow look type thing. And then I just have this contour stuff, and right over here, this little stack, I have my blushes, my highlight, and my two contour blush highlight palette, like face palettes. And then moving on, over here, I have like a little, it's a little acrylic like storage thing where I keep all my concealers, and right next to it, you know, I have my primers, my hydrating stuff, and my setting powders, and my bronzer. And then underneath, right here is where I keep all my palettes. It's not organized whatsoever. Everything is just kind of thrown in the corners, all that. And then down here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. Down here, I have another storage where I keep stuff that's running out or stuff that I don't use that often that I want to keep, as well as palettes that I don't use that much. And underneath here is my makeup bag that I use for clients. And then also I have this big box that I got from Online Makeup Academy where I have my Beauty Glaze palette and my mixing palette, as well as all my liquid lipsticks that I just got, and a couple of other palettes that I got from Online Makeup Academy. And then a bag full of just miscellaneous like giveaway makeups, all that. Okay, so now that you guys have seen my station where all the magic happens, I want to talk to you guys about foundation. So, my first love is always going to be the Fit Me foundation. That was my first love, and I don't know, I've evolved since then. I really love the Fit Me foundation. And let me, hold on, okay, so this is it here. I had the Dewy and Smooth. I used to have the Matte and Poreless in my shade. I was in the shade 240 Matte Poreless, but for some reason at my local Walmart, they don't have it anymore. So now I'm in 245 Classic Beige, and this, I've had this particular bottle for quite a bit of time. It's just been sitting in my bathroom next to the Fenty foundation because honestly, I tried the Fenty foundation, guys, and it's beautiful. Honestly, it looked beautiful on me, but it made me break out like on my cheeks and my chin, like cystic acne really bad. So unfortunately, whoa, okay. that's my tripod. It just gets a little weird sometimes. So unfortunately, I can't use the Fenty foundation, and it costs me so much money that I don't just want to throw it away. But I'm definitely not going to use it again because, you know, I don't know. I heard, I guess, on dry skin or something, I don't know. I seen a forum online where people were talking about the Fenty foundation also making them break out. And I don't know. I'm just not into it. Like, I don't know. Before that, I had never really got acne before. Since then, I don't know if it's just, like, adulthood, like, coming into my mid-20s that I've just been getting acne. I really don't know because I never got acne before using the Fenty foundation, and now all of a sudden, you know, I get acne when I'm stressed. Like, I don't know if it triggered something, if that's how, like, I don't know how that works, but something triggered in me, and now I get acne when I'm stressed, and, you know, if I have a change in my diet, which never used to happen to me. But anyways, I'm rambling. So Fit Me foundation is going to be my first love, for sure. It's not my last, but it's my first. So this is what I wanted to talk about, okay? And I'm sure all of you guys know about this foundation by now. It's been out for, you know, quite a bit of time. It's definitely not a new foundation. So this is my first one. The next one that I fell in love after that I'm sure everybody knows about now as well, is the is the Maybelline Full Coverage Super Stay Foundation. These two foundations are ones that I know oxidize when you put on. So honestly, I had a lot of trouble finding my perfect match. I was a shade up from this for a while, and I was like looking at my neck like, dude, it doesn't match my neck at all. So this foundation for sure is a full coverage. Gives you a beautiful finish, hides every single blemish, you know, all your dirty secrets, you know, it hides everything, like, and I absolutely love it. I don't use it that much anymore because, like I said, you know, this is my second love. I have evolved from this as well. The only thing about this is it does say up to 24 hours. I noticed personally for myself, even after setting, you know, with powder and spray, that after 8 hours, it starts to get cakey and, like, break apart on my smile lines, on my nose. And it'll make my face, like, get a little bit oily, and I don't really have oily skin. I have dry skin. So, I really do love this foundation, but I would not say it's a 24-hour wear. I would say it's about an 8 or 9 hour wear before it starts to get a little, you know, weird on you, you know? So yeah, but I definitely still would recommend it because honestly, who's keeping their foundation on for 24 hours? Nobody. You can keep it on for as long as your shift is at work, and that's about it. Okay? All right, so the next foundation I have for you, number 3, is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. It's also 24-hour wear. I'm in the shade Medium Olive. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm in the shade Natural Beige in the Super Stay. But anyways, yeah, the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. This is also considered a drugstore foundation, but this is about $5 more than the other two I just mentioned. This runs online on the NYX website for about $15. And this definitely is a full coverage foundation, very beautiful finish. I can kind of compare it to the Super Stay. I don't know. I mean, it is just as good as the Super Stay, but I mean, I don't really see... This one doesn't really, like, break apart like the other one does and make your face all oily and stuff, but I don't know. But I still can compare it to it when it comes to, like, finish and everything. So... if you're in Salida and you're watching this, like, you can't get this at the local Walmart. You'll have to actually go to the NYX website and purchase it, or to Sephora or whatever, any one of the beauty websites online and purchase it. So obviously, you know, you're not going to get it for exactly $15. It's going to be $20-something, but I mean, I have to say, like, it is worth it. I love NYX products a lot. I buy a lot of stuff from that site because it is affordable, but, you know, and it has pretty good quality stuff on there. I absolutely love their liquid lipsticks. Love it. Their matte liquid lips. Seriously, like, those are my favorite ever. If I had to pick out of all the liquid lipsticks that I get, like, NYX has the best ones. So, yep. So this is my third, you know, favorite foundation, NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. The next one I want to talk to you guys about, I've had this for a while. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye foundation. It's actually a full coverage moisturizer. So this here, I'm in the shade medium, and honestly, this shade, they don't have a pretty big shade range, you know, they have like a weird shade range, like light, medium, and tan, I think is what they have. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I don't know. This is the only kind of medium shade that they had in the moisturizer. Honestly, I got this from a friend. Her mom got it for her, and it was too dark for her, so she gave it to me, and it also came with like a concealer and all that. But we'll get to the concealer here in a second. Honestly, the concealer is not even on my list. But this IT Cosmetics Moisturizer, so it you know, it covers like a foundation would. Oh, let me get this. It has coverage like a foundation would, but it moisturizes like a moisturizer. Honestly, like, I love the finish that this gives, especially after bronzer and all that. Even though this is like maybe a hair too light, after I'm adding bronzer and everything, this looks so beautiful. Like, and I can't afford to get this again, honestly. This is an expensive foundation, and I can't afford to buy it again. So I use it sparingly if I'm like a Sunday morning, you know, going to church, whatever, like, or, I don't know, just a special little occasion, like family dinner, just anything like that, I'll use it for. But this is not a drugstore brand, so technically I didn't really want to show you guys this, but I am anyways, because this is my top foundation. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top 6 foundations minus this one. Technically it's top 5. I don't know. I also, let me see. This has SPF 50 in it. I guess I heard that anything over SPF 20 is like pointless, because like you can't get anything stronger than SPF 20. So there's like a lot of perks to this foundation here, so I use it sparingly. Next foundation I want to talk about is the, let's see. I don't know if I want to bring this up. The Stay Matte Rimmel foundation. This is also a full coverage, very moussey, beautiful finish foundation. The only thing with this is it feels rather cakey, and it kind of looks cakey in a way too. So I used to use this a lot when I was younger, and like I said before, I've evolved like a lot. So but for the price, like, the concealer that goes with this too is my A1 Day One, like, you know. But yeah, it says liquid mousse foundation. It says lightweight shine control. I wouldn't say that, honestly. I wouldn't say that. It is a beautiful finish. You know, if you want something cheaper, this is definitely the way to go. You just can't, it just doesn't have like a very long wearing effect, but it is a good foundation. So I don't know, it's up to you to try it or not. And okay, I wasn't gonna throw this one in, but I'm going to anyways because it is up here. Honestly, I'm just gonna show you all that I've used, all that I occasionally use, you know. But this here is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This is a very low coverage foundation. Let's see. I don't know what the claims are with this. It doesn't say full coverage anywhere. It just says flawless finish. I can definitely see my skin underneath this, and if I'm having like a bad breakout day, I definitely don't want to use this. But if I'm like running to the store, if like, I don't know, if I'm just doing something real quick, going out real quick and coming back, or like having a lazy day at home, whatever, or even just like for a video, a random video, like I could use this. Or if I'm having like a good skin day, I could use it because it's not a bad foundation. It's just not full coverage. It's just not like an everyday use kind of foundation. Especially if you're looking for like just, you know, something that hides everything and kind of gives, you know, just this beautiful glow to your skin. This is not really something. This reminds me of a tinted moisturizer because I feel like that's what it does. It just like tints your face a little bit, you know, adds like the very minimal coverage, just enough, I guess, like to be a foundation, just enough to be a foundation. but I wouldn't say this is long wear. This doesn't really like stick to my face. So that's why I said, like, you know, if you're gonna go outside real quick and then come back home, like, this is perfect. But like, even if I, you know, rub my nose a little bit, or even just like anything, it just rubs right off my face. So I have a hard time getting this to stick to my face. So that's my opinion on the e.l.f. Flawless Foundation. It is really cheap, like, and you get what you pay for sometimes with e.l.f. I do love e.l.f., but sometimes you do get what you pay for when it comes to price. So that's on my list as well. Just, you know, just thought I would put that out there. Okay, so the next one that I want to show you guys is one that I'd been using for a while. Honestly, like, I'd walk past the aisle of this, like, brand at Walmart a million times and just thought, like, nothing of it. Nothing. Never thought to try it or anything like that. But it's the Physician Formula Healthy Foundation. So I've got 2 shades of these, and honestly the shades are pretty similar. This is medium warm 2 and this is medium cool 2. So basically what the difference is the undertones, and the undertone honestly makes a huge difference when picking out foundation. You want to get the correct undertone, you want to find out what your undertone is and get the correct, you know, foundation that fits that. So I have both of them because I could use either or, mix them if for some reason this is too dark sometimes, because I don't know, like, I have different, you know, with different season comes different skin tone, so that's why I have 2 different ones, and I can mix and match and all that good stuff. But so it says brightening complex for all skin types, packed with vitamins and antioxidants for healthy coverage, infused with Chinese Wu Zuyu extract and hyaluronic acid to brighten, hydrate, and even skin tone. Ultra blendable, lightweight, buildable, and breathable. So it does oxidize a little bit, but this here leaves, oh my god. First of all, the applicator. Let's talk about the applicator. The rest of them, you know, just are pumps, but this makes a very fast application, which I love. I really don't like to spend too much time applying foundation, so this really speeds up the process for one, and I that's what I really love about it, honestly. And let's see, what else can I say about this? It just leaves a beautiful finish. It is definitely buildable without getting cakey. So you could put like a layer or 2 of this on, and it gives a skin-like finish without being too cakey. You know, you can set it or whatever. Either you can leave it, when you put it on, it's dewy. So either you can leave it dewy without it getting all oily and breaking apart, or you can set it with powder and make it more of a matte looking foundation. The only thing that I really hate about this, though, honestly, is the smell. I don't know what that smell is, but it's absolutely awful in my opinion. I don't know if it's like the like vitamins and stuff in here, like the good stuff that smells bad, or what really, but I don't like it. I don't like the smell. Other than that, this is beautiful. And if I didn't have, you know, my newest, the last one that, not the last one, but you'll see the last one. If I didn't have that one right now, I would probably still be using this one every day. But I'm going to try to switch it up between foundations and give one, you know, all of them some love. But yeah, so this is the Physician Formula ones. It was about either $11 to $14. No, I think it was $11. So it was a little bit more on the expensive side, but definitely worth it. Like, definitely worth it. You guys should not walk past that and think nothing anymore. Definitely give it a try, because it's now one of my favorite foundations. Okay, so moving on. The next one I want to talk to you about is one that I got online, one that you cannot go to Walmart and get, or to the drugstore, unfortunately, but this brand is called ColourPop. It's all cruelty-free makeup, which is amazing, and it's the ColourPop No Filter Stick. So, super easy application, and I think that's also one of the big reasons that I love this so much. It is not a full coverage. It is a medium coverage. As far as buildability goes, yeah, I think I said that right. As far as buildability goes, I don't know if that's right. I wouldn't build this. Like, you can a little bit, like on certain spots, but I wouldn't really go like packing this on because like, I don't know, the consistency is like different. It feels like a matte, but it doesn't look like a matte when it's on. It looks like it's dewy, but it's not dewy. I don't know, it's hard to describe this, but I got this in a duo, in a foundation and concealer duo on ColourPop.com. So I would definitely check that website out. They have beautiful eyeshadow palettes. That's what they're best known for, and I get a lot of my skincare from them. So yes, this is in the shade Medium 85C. So the C stands for cool. I don't really know if I'm cool toned, but you know, the foundation does work for me, and I use this, I don't know, it's not a long wear foundation, like, you know, this kind of reminds me of like the same use as the e.l.f. foundation. I use this for the same kind of thing. But it just does look really pretty on, is the thing. So I love using it. I just know that, you know, if I plan on being out all day, I don't want to use this, you know. But if I only plan to be gone for a couple of hours, this leaves a beautiful finish. And even I can use this even to like touch up areas on my foundation. Like if I use a different foundation, I can use this to touch up areas, whatever, you know, because it's easy. You can carry this with you rather than carrying a whole bottle of foundation with you. It's just super easy to carry with you, and I really love this. So, and with the, did I say it already? With the concealer, and this was only $20. And this alone, I think is $8. Don't quote me. I don't know if it's $8. It might be $12. Something along those lines. But I really love this, so. Okay, last but not least, I just bought this the other day with the concealer. Is the Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. So this, seriously, this is what I'm wearing right now, and literally looks like I just put it on. Like when I put it on this morning, it smells so good, and I don't know what it is that makes it smell this good. It just, in the ingredients, it literally just says fragrance. It doesn't say anything else, but like it smells so good, and it looks incredible. Like it literally makes it look like I'm not wearing any foundation on. It's so lightweight, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing any. You know, I can take a nap in it, and when I wake up, it still looks flawless. Like, out of everything that I recommended you, out of everything, this right here totally takes the cake. Like, I am in love with this foundation. I'm not gonna knock, like, everything else that I brought up to you is definitely like really good, and if, you know, if you have a price range, definitely like all those fit in all different kinds of price ranges. But this was about $10, which is normal for drugstore good foundations. Like if it's good, it's gonna cost more. So I absolutely love this, and we'll be using this until it runs out. But I do have another foundation that I'm gonna try. It's actually a BB cream that I'm gonna try here soon to make a video on. But for now, this is my baby. I will be using this a lot. Okay, last but not least, let's move on to concealers. I do want to show you guys a couple concealers that I absolutely adore, okay? But let me get out of the way first. Like, concealer is concealer. It's always going to do the same thing. You know, there's always, like, 3 main things that people look for in concealer, which is, you know, is it thick, like heavy consistency, the coverage, and the applicator, basically. I mean, and the price too, but not really. You know, if you have the money to buy concealer, you'll buy it, basically. So let me start with my first one that I always use for my eyebrows. I get this in my skin tone so that I can use it to shape my eyebrows and cover like just little pimples or whatever I decide to, but mostly I use it for my eyebrows, is the Stay Matte Concealer by Rimmel London. So the applicator is just regular, like a lip gloss almost. And it is matte. It does dry a little quick. It does dry a little quick. Not like super fast, but it does, I mean, it dries quicker than some of the concealers that I have. But yeah, I absolutely love this. It is full coverage. It's cheap too. It's like $5, dude. Like nobody is showing this love at all. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like all the attention's so focused on certain things right now. Like that people are missing out on this, but the Stay Matte by Rimmel London, like, bomb, dude, bomb. And I'm going to keep buying this, especially to sculpt my eyebrows. Like, this is what I'll use always. And the next thing is, of course, how could I not mention this, is the Age Rewind Concealer. By the way, I'm in the shade, I think, Nude in the Stay Matte Concealer. In this one, I'm in the shade Medium, but this is not my highlight shade. My highlight shade is like a shade or two lighter than this. This is almost the same as my skin. Maybe this is like one shade lighter, and sometimes I'll use this to shape my eyebrows, but mostly like I'll just use it if I want like a really good coverage underneath my eye. Honestly, this gives me about the same coverage as most of my concealers do, but I really do like this concealer. It says treatment concealer with goji berry and haloxyl. I don't know how to say any of those words. Sorry if I just like chopped them all up, but I don't know how to say any of them. It's weird, like, so the underneath my eye can be really sensitive sometimes, and when I put this under my eyes, it like tingles underneath. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or what is really like going on there, but it does tingle a little bit, but I still really love it. It's beautiful, and I don't use it all the time, but I do use it enough. I definitely do. You see, like, I've only used that much because I've literally got like 5 different concealers that I can use. Plus, I want to show all my concealers some love. Like, I literally try not to stick with, when it comes to concealers, I try not to stick to one. I want to just show all of them love because I have them. I don't want to put anything to waste, and makeup has an expiration date on it. So, Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Medium, if you guys were wondering. About $10 for that one. So then the next one I want to show you is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is in my highlight shade. The applicator is a flat applicator, which makes it like just easy to apply. Like, it's nothing special. This concealer is really good. This is my highlight shade, like I said, and my highlight shade is Medium 20. So, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this concealer other than I really like it. I like to use it for highlighting. Sometimes I'll put this over like this or something if I want to add a highlight. And the coverage is just pretty bomb. Pretty bomb coverage. Like, this is my go-to highlight shade for everything. So that's basically all I have to say about that. And I think this alone is $8 as well. $8 or $12. I don't know. You guys can go on ColourPop.com and look for yourself. But and then let me see. What was another one I wanted to talk about? This is the one, the Infallible Concealer. This is what I've been using lately, just because I have the foundation. I've just been using it. This is not my highlight shade. This is one shade lighter than my skin, and it's the shade Pecan, I think. I don't know. No, it's the shade Cashew. So honestly, I wish I would have went like one shade lighter in this, but I didn't, and I had to take back the last 2 that I had because I got the wrong shade. So when I finally got this one, I was like, you know what, I can't get it right, so I'm just gonna keep it. It's one shade lighter, like, no biggie. But I like this because, again, the big applicator makes it super fast to apply, and I can cover, you know, a lot of area quickly with this stuff. And, you know, this is, it's thick concealer. It's full coverage. Like, what can I really say a whole lot about concealer, you know? Like, those are basically the 4 that I use, my go-tos, and I don't really use another one. I mean, sometimes if I really want like a really, you know, pop-in highlight, I will use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I do not like this concealer because it dries too fast. And I just don't, I just don't like that. And when I try to set it, it just doesn't work well for me. Plenty of people do like this because it is like heavy coverage, but I just don't want to be putting like something so thick and heavy under my eyes when like I already know that it's sensitive under there. So if I put like a concealer on and it's my regular shade, whatever, but I need to pop in highlight because this is obviously like a million times lighter than me. This is the shade Medium Sand, and this is not medium, like, to me at all. To me, this is, I don't know, I can't really show you because of the light, but you can see how light this is compared to my skin, and I don't think this is a medium color. I think this is a light medium color, but this was literally the darkest shade that they had at my Walmart, so I'm like, well, it's either this or nothing. So, but I don't like this because I can't, I don't know, it's hard to blend, and I feel like it moves around once it does dry. So this isn't my favorite, and I don't reach for this a lot, but I don't rule it out at the same time because I know, you know, it does have some uses, and a lot of people do like this, so. Yep. And I think that is the last one that I use. As far as primers go, I do not use any drugstore primers. I have not found one that I particularly like. I do use a primer every day that is relatively cheaper than most like high-end primers. I guess you can get this at a drugstore somewhere. It's the Pore Blend Primer. This is magic. Literal magic, and I adore this, and this is my go-to for life. But as well as this, sometimes like if I want a glow underneath, I'll use the Rose Glow by Revlon, and that really does give you a nice pretty glow underneath, and it's got some oil beads in it that makes it hydrating. So sometimes I will use both of those things, as well as the hydrating balm stick from Wet n Wild. Sometimes I'll use that for my nose because my nose gets incredibly dry. But yeah, like, I don't know, I stick to a primer that I know. I did get the Hydro Grip Primer today, and I do like that a lot. I will be using that. But I also think that, you know, my Pore Blend Primer is cheaper than the Milk one, so, and it works just as good, if not better. I don't know, I'm just attached to that one. So, I'm not going to go spend, you know, like, I think this is like, just this sample was like $26, dude. So I can only imagine how much the actual full size is. It's probably like around $40. I'm not going to spend that much on one item of makeup ever again in my life. So I'm always going to stick to, you know, what I know and what works for me as far as primer goes. But yeah, those are the things that I use to achieve my all-day makeup look, and it literally makes my makeup stay all day long, like past 8 hours. Anything that I put on, no matter what, with that primer, with all these things, like, it helps with an all-day makeup look. So last but not least, the last thing I want to let you guys know that I use is my setting spray and my setting powder. So my setting spray that I use, it's in this bottle because it's a better bottle, but I use the e.l.f. setting spray. Literally, that setting spray is so perfect. Like, I don't know if most people are using it, whatever, but I know that I use it, and it's cheap, and literally I feel like it works just as good as the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, which is like way more expensive too. So that's what I use for setting spray. That's what I'll probably use for the rest of my life. I don't need a different setting spray because that one works perfect. I'm not into setting sprays, especially, it does its job, so what's the point of trying another one? You know what I mean? Like, especially for the price, I just hooked. Last but not least, finally, this is for real this time. For setting powder, I use the Laura Mercier setting powder, and this retails for $38. So this is a high-end product. But it works really, really good. Like, honestly, I use it for my under eyes to set my concealer. Sometimes I put it on my smile lines, and literally this stops from creasing. It like dries up the area though, so if you have dry skin, you don't really want to put this all over your face. But if you have oily skin, this is perfect because it literally sucks out all the oil and has your makeup staying and looking flawless and seamless and just so beautiful. But if you can't afford the $38 Laura Mercier setting powder, there is another one that you can get that is much cheaper that literally works just as good. I'm obsessed with Laura Mercier, so I don't know. I think I will end up buying another one, honestly, but I do have this one here. It's Airspun loose face powder, and they come in a bunch of different shades. This one is translucent. This one literally like sucks out the oil in your face. It literally set like more than the Laura Mercier setting powder does. So if your face is super oily, like, I would totally recommend this. They have one that's even more full coverage than this. It's called, instead of just translucent, it's called full coverage translucent. So but yeah, this is way cheaper. This works literally just as good. And as soon as I run out of Laura, I'm definitely going to check out Airspun. I mean, I've used it once just to see, just, you know, put some facts behind what I'm saying. But yeah, this works pretty well. And you can get this at Walmart. Like, you have to look for it because it's definitely hiding. I don't know how long it's been there before I seen it, because I was honestly going to order this online. But it is there if you look for it. So, okay guys, that concludes my entire, you know, favorite makeup, favorite foundation, favorite concealer, and setting sprays. All this stuff is available for all of you guys to get, and I really appreciate you guys watching this. So don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, blue jeans, Air Ones, and a white tee. 06 hanging out the window like ye. High feet on one, off a bottle might be my tree. Smoking Agent Orange, high C. Back with me and Marty was recording at my